Good morning, everybody. We have ELF ball today. There we go. We are adjusted. A little bit late. I was running around a little bit last minute, but we're good. This is something we're used to at this point. Right, let me make sure everything's operating within reason. Get all my links out and stuff like that. Here we go. Hamburg versus Madrid. I think the Madrid coming in, honestly, quite heavy favourites. I don't think they were favoured by that much, which is kind of surprising to me. I think they're only like technically 4-point favourites or 3-point favourites, which I think is a little bit unusual. I would think that they'd be a lot more, to be honest. But here we go. Reed Sinnott, 20 touchdowns to 3 interceptions. Definitely on this road to potentially an MVP level season. And of course, Aaron Cruikshank is going to be my boy for fantasy football. I cannot have another week where I don't win that Citizen Watch. I'm fucking desperate for it. It's become an obsession. I'm not going to lie. So I'm hoping that this is the week for it. Okay, let's put all the links up onto socials. Tag first down mag. Here we go. There we are. Right, tabs on comms too. Good to see. Right, there we go. That's on YouTube. That's on Instagram. We'll be on Discord, I think, automatically. As you know, I'll check. Let me put that in general. There we go. Put that there. There we go. Happy days. Happy days. Right. Here we are. What's up, Aiden? What's up, Callum? Happy Saturday, everybody. I think this What's up, Vikings, of course. How are you doing? Looking forward to seeing you play tomorrow. We actually adjust. There we go. I did, actually, yes. Yes, I did. So let me look at who I currently got my fantasy. Right. Sup, Alex, as well. Right, my fantasy football. In this game, I have a few people that are important for me to watch. Mainly Reed, and Aaron, of course. I think that's the only two from this game that I have. Because I've got Aaron Cruikshank, receiver 1, Dale Stewart, receiver 2, and then Patterson as flex. And running back, I have Schultz and David Brzozowski. I could have went Chris Mankaya in this one. You know, he does score quite a lot, but I went against my my intuition, I guess. I went for Schultz because I feel like Schultz is kind of a big one against the Raiders. Vikings, you'll be able to confirm or deny that one. You know, if you want leaks and personal information, that'd be fine. Oh my god, man, the Mercs. Fucking hell. If we do downsize the league to like 12, maybe 14 teams, I wouldn't be mad at it. Let's get Cologne out. Let's get the Mercs out. We'll have a better season, better year. 25 teams? 12 to 14 teams, I think could work. 2 conferences. I think that could work quite well. Maybe positive thinking, but I think everyone would enjoy that a little bit more, to be honest. So it's expensive, but yeah, that's a good shout. I've got like actually a little bit of money left because I've been trading players quite a lot, so I've got like 1.5 million left, and I've got like a pretty damn good team, so I can basically get whoever I want because I've been trading players in and out every week. Okay, let's see. I have Florian Bierbaum as well from the Vikings, so if you guys want to give it to Florian, I'm not mad at that either. Question is, you know anything about the Mercs you aren't allowed to tell us? Yes. Obviously. Yeah, deal with it. I can't say everything, of course, but I'm just so disappointed with them. You know, as soon as I put out that alternate history, and it was like, that could have been real, and then they come out with that announcement they're not going to play the Storm. It's just like, geez, literally tied in beautifully. But It is what it is. When you know it's bad when Cologne come out to play and the Mercs don't. Like Cologne are getting ravaged every week, and they still come out to play, and they couldn't. So that's kind of tough. And then the other game happening at the same time, which I forgot to put on my thing. Fucking go the bike. So the other one at the same time. Let me adjust my screen slightly. Is of course the Panthers versus Enthroners, which I do have a David Brzozowski and Del Stewart in. So I actually do have a couple of players that are in that game that is actually quite important for me to keep an eye on. So we will be going in and out of the stats on that one. I don't think they've started yet. But hopefully, big run game, couple touchdowns from David. If they're going to pass the ball, that's fine. But just pass it to fucking Stewart and I'll be happy. What's up, Jamal? How you doing? How you doing? How's vacation? Holiday, we call you. You know, same thing. Watching some ELF ball. We're literally about to watch the kickoff. It's ensuing now. Hamburg going to kick off the ball to Madrid. We needed a big Aaron Cruikshank game. I know everyone their mum has Aaron Cruikshank in fantasy, so it's kind of like an automatic that you have him in, right? Kind of same with Bolio, but he's not playing this week, so I switched him out. Bolio was originally in, Willie Patterson was not. But now we've got Willie Patterson in instead of Bolio. But that's a risk, because I feel like Willie's going to be the main focus of Frankfurt to stop. But we'll find out. We'll find out tomorrow with that one. Madrid-wise, their favourite, I think it was what? Minus? I don't know why we just do. Holiday has just always been the way. I don't know if there's a real history behind it, but there probably is. Let's see if there's Andy Owusu in this game too. See how much playtime we get from Andy. Oh, solid run at the middle to start off by Madrid, like a 9 or 10 yard run, I think, from Ed Molina. It is. Shout out Molina, I haven't seen him too much so far this year. Flashes. Okay, so let's go into the betting underdogs. Let's see who is... They were favoured, I believe, by like 4 points, which is a bit mental to me, I can't lie. Where is the official? Where is it? I know that was here somewhere. 3.5, yeah, which I think they should be favoured a lot more than 3.5. Oh, Molina with a nice spin! Oh, that was a killer one. Oh, that Amber Blade needs a map. It is the proper way. I won't lie. It is the way it should be. Look at that spin by Molina. Whoop. Oh, that was simple, easy. Killer. Killer. It's the same thing. Holiday is vacation. Vacation is holiday. Alright. Well, Madrid already in Hamburg territory, looking like they could be quite dangerous. Just a couple runs by Molina and they're already on the, what, the 41? Crazy. Crazy. Another handoff to Molina. Goes for like 7. Jeez. Interesting. This is a different game plan from Madrid than what I expected. Doesn't mean I'm a little bit upset because literally my starting quarterback and my starting receiver in fantasy have not done a single thing yet. Yes. Can we read a couple yards? You know, make myself feel a little bit better. That would be nice. Yeah, that would be good. I think they're kind of just staying away from Nazir, which I think is a good call. They'll screen out to Aaron Cruikshank for maybe a yard. Maybe, I don't know if there's even that. Third down. It's very short, so should be convertible. They do love that screen to Aaron Cruikshank. They've been doing that all year. It will be yogurt time at some point, maybe. Depends how I'm feeling. I think probably. Maybe at halftime. We haven't got anything from the Panthers versus Enthroners yet. I'm so locked in to win fantasy. It's actually unreal. Oh, shit. If you guys tell me that Schultz or Beerbarmer are not going to play, I'm going to be furious. Nice. Sixton Taraga with a good catch. On 3rd and 2, gets inside the 10-yard line. This looks like a pretty potentially explosive game for Madrid. I think they're going to take this one quite easily. I do think they go up by about 20, maybe more. Maybe more. I do think they're going to be favoured by quite a bit. Because they're moving easily at the moment. They're already on the 9-yard line. 1st and goal. It's halfway through the regular season. Yeah, it's mental. And I haven't not made, like, nearly as much content as I really wish I had. Like, this time last year, I was so much more, like, productive. I'm looking forward to being able to do that again. Reed outside to Crookshank. I think you dropped it. Devastating, I'm not going to lie. Absolutely devastated. I'll move more centrally. Maybe I'll zoom in a little bit. Aaron Crookshank just drops the ball. Don't see that very often from him. Let me slightly more zoom in. There we go. That's better. Okay. 2nd goal. I definitely attribute my lack of productivity, though, to school burnout. We are very nearly done with it, but, like, Jesus. Okay, read again. Outside this time, too, I think, Dragon. Which is... No, it's not. It's Flores Calderon. There's a touchdown. Sup, Andrew. Frankfurt will be the biggest test for Lions so far this season. I completely agree. The offense need to find some energy because the defense can keep it competitive. They play well. I agree. I absolutely agree. It's kind of the other way round for the Galaxy. Like, they need... they need to turn it up on offense. Otherwise, their defense is going to get ran through. Great throw. Great possession catch. 6 up. Yeah, that's a bad look for Hamburg. They're kind of getting... That was kind of an easy drive for them, I won't lie. So far, Dal Stewart has rushed for 5 yards, which I'm good with. I'm good with that. Again, as long as he's getting some touches, we're good, as you can see. He's in the wide receiver 2 position. And we got Reed's net touchdown, which is fine. Would it have been better if it went to Aaron? Yes. But will we take it? Absolutely. Absolutely. There we are. Right. Hamburg now. Opportunity to reply. I am not a big believer in Frankfurt's offense. I'm going to be honest. I think that they are... you know, I keep saying Frankfurt and Hamburg. I keep saying the wrong team. The Sea Devils offense, I'm just not really buying, to be honest. I think it's kind of limited. I don't think they have, like, the line to be an elite passing offense. I don't think they have a line to be an elite anything. It kind of is just how far can Kaya run. Because he's been spectacular, but it's apart from that, it's kind of been a bit rough for them, to be honest. Like Michael Leon, is he the guy? Is he not the guy? Is he just too injury prone? Is he a leader? I don't know. No, never met him. There was points in the last game where people didn't look exactly locked in. And this time, this was the game he first, this was his first game. Rematched, of course, but the offensive line has been a struggle for sure. Last week there was no depth. 5 linemen that was there. I think Dirk is back this week. And Musi Pust as well. 0 depth of the O-line is trouble, I agree. Here comes a run by the Sea Devils for a couple. Because they do have just a collection of good running backs, which is good for them. But you are right. You are right. Lions can't. But to be fair, how many players in the league are as good as Kitchens? Not very many. So I'm hoping that Prague can just keep them quiet. We'll be watching that game obviously tomorrow. Very, very, very in depth for sure. Let's have a refresh on Panthers. I think they're going to go for a field goal at some point. Maybe. Still no runs from Zozo, which is worrying. 2nd and 6 for Sea Devils. Crowd looks good. Looks like a decent sized crowd, which we love to see. There's another run by Hart and Candido. Not seen Chrisman in the game yet, which is something for people's fantasy. Obviously, Vienna Vikings fantasy as well. Wonder how well a purely Vienna Vikings or like Nordic Storm team would do, and then maybe during like the bye you could just swap it out for like all different team. I wonder how that would do, because like obviously some of the players are gonna be playing well and some of them won't be, but like that would be interesting. I don't think it would win like a lot of games, but I don't think it would lose a lot either. I definitely think it'll be around the top. Right, 3rd and 3 for Hamburg now. 2 runs, 7 yards. That's the total offense. Michael Leon's going to drop back and is thrown incomplete on a short hitch. They love short hitches and screens. That's the thing with the Hamburg Sea Devils offense. It just kind of looked a bit, you know. You comment on the postponement of Nordic. More of a trouble for them. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Kind of like in the middle, not too great, but not too bad, I find. I think it's Helvetic just being a fucking problem. Of course, I can't say everything. We still don't know what's going to happen with them during the rest of the year and with everything. But like, the Mercs' problems have been well documented. That they are just a shocking franchise. And to be honest, I think you drop them out, you make it a 12 or 14 team league, or you replace them with someone like London or Amsterdam. Of course, people are always going to talk about those two. It would just make the league a lot better. We've got some really good teams. Really good teams. And then it's the bottom 3 that are just letting everyone down. Like the Enthroners are letting everyone down. Cologne. I'm talking about organisations here, not the players. The players are doing what they can, but organisation-wise, they are letting everyone down. They're letting the whole of Europe down. I did see. But I think it was Alex that said that like they have quite an established USFL quarterback who plays for that same team. So it's not even guaranteed he's going to start. There's another run by Molina. My voice is weird, I don't really know why. Molina for about 5 or 6 again. He's rushing very, very successfully. I think Voshav. Oh, they gave it up? They punted. That's why they're on like the 30. They punted? Okay, of course, of course. Fair enough, no worries. Alright. Reedson 2nd and 6. We want more Crookshank plays. There we go, that's what I'm talking about. Crookshank with a jet sweep. Oh, he's made a yard out of it. We'll take a yard for the fantasy football. We'll take a yard for the fantasy football. So Enthroners on the ball. They get a stop, which is actually quite important for them. You know, don't see that very often. Madrid W income, I agree. To be only favoured by 3.5 for me was quite surprising. I thought they'd be favoured by a lot more than 3.5, I'll tell you that much. Okay, there's a timeout. It's on 3rd and 4. I think the Enthroners though, 3 for 3, 14 yards. They're kind of moving. John Cole with all of those catches. He would have maybe been a good fantasy pickup. I thought about it. It was definitely on my considerations. Time up Bravos though. By 7. Held off Hamburg. I think Hamburg are going to really struggle to score. Let me have a look at their schedule coming up. Oh, we got the Battle of Austria back on the ELFopedia. I love that. Okay, let me look at Hamburg. So you obviously got Madrid now. And then they got Nordic, which is going to be brutal. Let me just watch this 3rd down. Reed. Looking left, short drop back, then scans back right, hits Flores Calderon over the middle for a big gain. This offense looks kind of explosive already. We knew it was going to be, but it looks pretty fucking good right now, I'm not going to lie. So they got Nordic, and then they got Rhine. Oh my god! Hamburg schedule. Madrid, Nordic, Rhine, Stuttgart, Nordic. That's brutal. And then they finish it off with Berlin, but still, 3 wins. You would expect that from the Sea Devils. That's brutal. Here's Reed again, looking for Flores Calderon for another first down. Flores Calderon's been an early impact player today already. 3 catches, a touchdown, multiple first downs. What is his official tally on the day so far already? So that 5 for 6 as well. Yeah, 43 yards. 3 catches, 43 yards, and a touchdown. Crazy. Cruikshank hasn't done much so far, which is interesting. Oh, there we go. There's a first down for Aaron Cruikshank. Yeah, that's fucking evil, right? Them and the Raiders have brutal schedules. Who's next for Madrid? What's their schedule looking like? Because they've got a tough one too. I don't think anyone necessarily has like an easy schedule. I guess maybe you could argue Prague have an easier schedule. Actually, Prague do have quite an easy schedule. Because they've got Madrid, have got Hamburg, and then Munich for Hervar, the fucking mercenaries if they turn up. Raiders, Ravens, and then Galaxy. That'll be a fun one. Send it with a rush. Couple yards, we'll take it. See how the Enthroners are doing. Still doesn't look like they've moved a ton, but 4 for 4, Mr. Doman. All 4 of those to John Cole for 24 yards. They're really going after him, which is honestly respectable. Right, 2nd and 10 for Madrid. I mean, I know any team could turn it around, but Hamburg get back. Hold on, let me just watch this play. 2 seconds. Oh, Sixton again. First down, a lot more, about 20 odd yards there for Sixton Dragon. He's looking like he's warmed up from his injury reserve stint. Any team can turn it around, but Hamburg get to the heights of those first 2 seasons. The benefits of the league not being as good then. I do think so. I think the Galaxy are in the same boat. I think both the Galaxy and Hamburg were beneficiaries of the league being in a weaker state than what it is now. Because it's far more competitive now than it's ever been. And I think both of those managements have remained a bit stagnant. Galaxy, they definitely made moves this year to progress the franchise. Because you look at last season, like they had no coaches that were full-time coaches, which is wild, you know. There we go. So Andrew, as well, management-wise, Hamburg again, like I've said before, on this watch-along, Hamburg could have had me. They just didn't ever call me. I'm not saying I would have changed the team around. Like I could have tried, but it shows the management they didn't even call me back. I literally met with them, talked with them, and they never called me back. So, you know, even just a message would have been nice. Actually, haven't seen Kitchens in this game so much. Let's see how he does with this. KB, yeah, they got doubles on him. Easy touchdown. That's Dragon again. 2 touchdowns by Madrid early. Barely 10 minutes in, and Madrid look phenomenal. Is there any narrative than the Lions turn around this year? Maybe the Nordic coming in with absolute fire. I think Nordic were kind of like expected to be good because Sweden and Denmark have such great homegrown talent. I think the Prague Lions turnaround is one of my favorite things ever in ELF. Like, oh, what's up, Ricardo? I think the Lions and the Dragons, like old Dragons, that was a really fun team. Like, it was really good. Yeah, like, Oh shit, some kind of mistake on the kick has led to something. Oh my god, what the fuck? Anyone else just fucking see that? What the fuck? That was weird. That was really, what the fuck? So the kick gets blocked. Well, it gets kicked into the back of the line. And then Kyle Kitchens returns. No one brings him down, which I don't know how they never brought him down. He breaks through the line. He's running, he's running, he's running. 20, 25, 20, 15, 10. Falls over. No way. Kyle just fell over at the 2-yard line. Oh, Kyle. That was very nearly cool, and then it was not cool. Oh my god, what the fuck? That was weird. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, back to the topic at hand. Like, Hamburg could be really good, but they're not. But they could be. Quarterback has been a big thing. Like, where did it all go wrong with quarterback? They had Jadrian. I think they should have kept Jadrian, obviously. If they kept Jadrian, maybe it'd be a bit different. Yes, it was for an extra point. So it would have been for 2, which, you know, wouldn't have been like the most unbelievable, but every point helps. Kick just goes back into the, yeah. Needed first, yeah, honestly, I'm kind of hoping that I get some lucrative offers. My goal this season, well, I'll be transparent. I made $700 a month at Prague. Just to be real, all cards on the table, I made £700 a month at Prague. So I was on very good money for a scout. And then I think next season I will ask for like maybe a bit more. I'd like to go to the country in which I'll be working at, whether that's Prague, which I would like it to be, but also, you know, my girlfriend does not have a European passport, so that would be something I'd want her to come with me, obviously, because that'd be really cool. Explore the world, my girlfriend, go live in Prague or whatever. That would be fun, but that would be extra money for the team to take on, which I can understand. But that would be definitely something I'd be asking for. I don't know if Leon gets an incomplete grade, though. I think Leon has like a D minus. D minus. Because we look at seasonal numbers, not been great. There's Chris Mackay actually for his first carry of the game. We refresh on the Panthers, still 0-0. Oh, David Brzozowski still not really done too much. Only a couple pieces. Yeah, that would be great. Imagine. That'd be sick. I'd love to be like in the city. I'd definitely be doing a lot more like daily content if I was in a place. Oh, Terrion with a nice grab. Like if I was in a place, I feel like I could do a lot more just like around the city kind of content. Maybe it's a bit more scout work. Cause obviously I just have only a beat like logged in for that whole time. It'd be so fun. Even if it's just like for the off season. You know, then in season I come back to the UK. I know how the UK, you know, Brexit's a fucker, so I could only be in there for 90 days without a visa. But that would be fun. 3rd and 4. Hamburg only, yeah, but Leon now. I don't know. Injuries are a big thing. Obviously, he's had injuries since like high school. Here is wide open. Sek drops the ball. He needed to catch that. Oh, I know the ball was a little high, but he was absolutely no one around him for 20 yards. But it was a bit of a spinner. It was a little high, but that's close, isn't it? That's as close as you're really going to get. 4th and 4. Let me have a look at Mike Leon's stats. So of course he's only played a couple of games, so you gotta take that with a grain of salt. 2 games, 65% completion, which is good, but then you take into account that a lot of them are bean screens. 1 touchdown, 3 picks, which is, it's not good enough. I don't have any power in that. I don't have any power in a London team. But to be honest, my pitch was those 2 teams I built. Like on my Instagram. Let me... Like my 2 teams, like this one, if it's going to come up on that. So the Claymore one here and the Monarchs one, that was my pitches. Like that was me basically saying, and I think it probably would have gotten to someone if there was someone interested in that team. They're like, shit, I built you 2 teams. That's kind of what I've been thinking. What's up, Marcus? Oh, here's Andy Owusu. Andy's fucking huge, by the way. Like, Andy is very much not a running back that you would imagine being like one of Andy's players. One of Andrew's players, because he's just so big. Good to see you there, Marcus. You're coming in with a 13.1. Life does not get better. No, it does not. It's ELF football, which means life is good. My fantasy football is off to a good start as well. Reed Sinnett's about to throw for 19 touchdowns in this one game. Andy Owusu with a big run for a first down. Just power. There it is. There's an example of that power. Because he's about 6'1", 240. Like, he's a big running back. There is a man down, though, for Madrid. I think it's KB, which would be a shame if they lose an athletic left tackle. Hopefully he's okay. In the meantime, we'll look at Panthers versus Enthroners. Who scored? It was Stewart with the score. Oh, yeah. That's what we wanted. That's what we wanted. Dal Stewart Jr. with the touchdown. That's 2 catches, 18 yards. Nothing crazy. And 1 rush for 16. For 5. Again, nothing crazy. But that touchdown's going to help. For Hervar, nothing wild so far. I think all just pretty normal, but I'm happy with that. Because so far we've got Aaron, who's got a couple touches, but I don't think he's scored yet. I want to see more Aaron. I think Andy could be a really... Because Andy is similar to like Nico and both physical running backs. But Andy's just a bit more like... animal. Like he could just fucking run at someone. The play is somewhere. Reed throws out of bounds. Cameraman went off. Crazy. I mean, I don't think the Hungry Hippos would be the worst rebrand ever. I don't like that new logo. I'm not a fan of the minimalist logo. I'm not gonna lie. I would like to see a Fehervar Hippos team. Now that would be unironically hard. Like if they made merch, that would be unironically good. I'd like that. I'd like that quite a lot. Enthroners fumble. I don't have any Enthroners on my team, so we're all good. Here's Aaron Crookshank for nothing. Fuck. Fuck. He's had a slow start today, actually. What's he cooking at the moment? Rush for 1 yard. 3 catches for 11 yards. Nothing wild from Aaron so far. Does he not know I need the Citizen Watch? I can't let Danny Webber have a more successful fantasy week than me ever again. Can't have that. I need a win. I need a win every week. I need a watch for all of my all of my available space in my arms. Here's Reed stepping back once again, going out right, looking for a shot deep, which is too far. 4th down for Madrid. Solid defense by Hamburg on that drive. I'm hoping the Panthers... I think the Panthers are favoured by quite a bit. Let me have a look at that. Let's see if I can find that anywhere. Because I think they were favoured by 35.5 they were favoured by. Which is a lot. I'm not going to lie, that is a lot. I'm not sure they'll get 35, to be honest. There's a punt by Madrid. Punt is high. Going to be returned by Naz, who is... Trips and not Naz. It was some serious sec, my bad. Just for a couple more yards. There's a touchdown, I believe, scored by the Panthers just then. We always had animals for our companies in the army. Dragons, gators, never went through. One of our commanders had a great idea. Go on. Oh, yeah. Silverbacks. It's a very American thing, though, isn't it, to have animal. Animal names are a very American sport thing. Like, even it bleeds, obviously, into American football culture as well. Madrid Bravos, Panthers, Lions. And that's probably about it, actually, to be honest. But and then others, and obviously in other leagues. There's another short screen out by Hamburg. They love those short screens right now. Whereas, like, in football, we have just, like, usually the city names, like Chelsea or Manchester United, Manchester City, stuff like that. So it's interesting how that works out. And it's even more interesting when it gets into, like, American sports in Europe, you know? Because, like, local basketball team for me is... yeah, rugby does it a bit. Because we got the Bears in Bristol. Ravens, yeah. Yeah, we got Bristol Bears, Bath. What Bath? Hold on. I think it is literally just Bath. It's just Bath Rugby. Yeah. I mean, Jesus, 14 wins out of 18. Pretty outstanding. 0 draws. My friend is obviously a Bath. Yeah, I mean, rugby is huge in the southwest, so. 2 of the top 4 teams coming from one very small area. And then the basketball team is the Flyers, which again is not Americanized as much, but kind of is as well at the same time. It's weird. European, yeah, I think that would be kind of dope, right? Like if we get, I don't know. I mean, yeah, like it's, I don't know, like maybe it wouldn't work. These around here, yeah, exactly. There you go. I like the ones that are a little bit different. I like Musketeers, you know, because it is kind of European focused more so, because it's more of a cultural thing, you know. Fire as well. I think that's a really great name. Just because, again, it's different and it ties back into the old team. I don't know who decided Rhine Fire was the best name. Not sure if there was a reason behind it, but dope. Just a cool name. Just inherently a cool name. 2nd and 2 for Hamburg. They're bringing in a big package. They're bringing in a big one. If this ain't a sneak, I have never seen a sneak before in my life. There it is. I think they were way too far out to be doing a sneak, personally. A 3rd and 2 sneak is a bit different. Don't see that very often. There was an immediate flag thrown, so we'll see how that goes. Hamburg. Panthers with another score. And it was a rush by Zozo. Here we go. That's what we wanted. So we've got scorers across multiple games now. We've got David who has scored, Daryl who has scored, and Reed who has scored a couple times. Offense to the false start. Rough. In this game, I think Reed has both the touchdowns. Yeah. Yeah, with Hamburg, though, I kind of got off the focus with Michael Leon. I just don't know if he's, you know, the guy to win a championship. I have doubts. I do definitely have doubts. I think that the team as well, not gonna lie, had a lot of doubts. You don't bring out merch with another quarterback's face on it and then hope that he doesn't come back. You know what I'm saying? Like, they had literally merch made for Talia Tuivasa. And then he was gone within 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? The local team was a Border Reaper. That is fucking... Oh, I thought it said Reapers. Reapers would have been fucking awesome. Castrol's is cool. Senators, yeah, a bit boring. I like Reapers, though. Like, playing all black, being called the Reapers. That would be cool. That would be metal. There's another incomplete pass, but Leon that time rolling out to the right. I had to get all out of my cool sound. Hold on. I had to get all out of my cool sound. We shipped to the desert. Everyone was some badass names like Lone Wolf, Skull Crusher, Dragonfire. That was Machine Gun. HHMWV. You did not. You did not. When I'm down in Stuttgart, hopefully for the final, I think we'll have a lot of time. I'm hoping it'll be fun. I think that'd be good. If they have like the same thing they had last year with a big area where everyone was eating and drinking together, that'd be good fun. Another punt by Hamburg goes up. Aaron Cruikshank returning for a couple. We'll take it. We'll take it. Barra Phantoms. That is a cool one. Sparkle motion. I like that. That's cool. I like sparkle motion. There we go. Yeah. So, I mean, I played for the Bobcats, Bristol Bobcats. Obviously, I played for Bristol Pride as well. And then technically I played a couple games for the Aztecs, which is like the Bristol men's team. I'm trying to think of like really unique names in the UK. Obviously, UE Bullets is pretty unique. Don't often see teams named the Bullets, but that's fucking awesome. The most ironic has to be Nottingham, obviously because they're called Nottingham Gold and they haven't won anything and they've come second 3 times. Kind of brutal. So Panthers and Enthroners again. I mean, 14 in the first quarter. It's not awful to be fair, and they're getting something out of it. Motion by Dragon. 2nd and 3 is a bootleg. Going for a pretty... Alright, Aaron Cruikshank with another catch. Love to see it. That's what we want. We're racking up the yards for the fantasy football. Both games currently 14 apiece, which is a lie because Madrid are not up by 14. Local ice hockey in Sheffield as the Steelers. I think it's the area pass. Exactly, stuff like that. It's just my favourite. I like the names. I like the names that are more like rooted in the historical parts, the places where they're at. Like ones like Bristol City, Bristol Rovers, they're good. They work. Reed looking left, going to the flat, back out again to Aaron Cruikshank. Manages to get a couple yards out for again. Kind of pushed out of bounds. Decent game by him. What happened there? Because he kind of spam, puts hand in the dirt, broke a tackle, and just gets spun out of bounds by Victor Amoradion. 2nd and 3. 12 minutes left in the second quarter. They're already up by 13. Kind of making it look a little bit easy, I'm not going to lie. I think we get a jet sweep here. No, maybe not. Aaron Cruikshank did motion, but no jet sweep. Pumps. Reed goes for a rainbow. which is picked off by a mile, but there is a flag. Bit of a weirdly slow return. I'm not sure. I think some people didn't know if it was going to be an actual pick or not. Omar Dion does get pushed out of bounds, but there is a flag. That was weird. That was very weird. Yeah, London Blitz. That's a good one. Yeah, London Blitz is a good name. Blitz have a better name than the Warriors. Warriors is a great team, but it's a pretty generic in terms of name, you know. Surge TV and the first rule of the K, no honors or drums allows the left stadiums are not aggressive. I don't know, I disagree. I think any kind of noise is good noise, to be honest. They don't want to start banning things. They have that in NFL games, though, don't they? I know it means an NFL game, but I imagine they do. Maybe not drums, but I like it. I like with the Red Company have that drum. I think it was cool. I think the louder the better. You don't want to start banning things. We only get a couple hundred people in the games anyway at the moment. Not sure what the flag is going to be for. Pass interference. Rough. Let's look at Panthers once again. See if they got the ball back yet. They do not. 5 catches by John Cole already in this game. None of them going for big, but volume catches. Going to try and rise up that receiver board very quickly. Definitely in terms of receptions. Alright, here we go. 1st and 10 following the penalty. Let's see a bit more on Cruikshank, you know? Why not? I'm just biased towards my fantasy team, I'm not going to lie. Someone said, I think it was Mari said in the last one, I was too biased towards people. True. True. Oh, the run gets stuffed for nothing. A no gain for Molina. Or Molina. Just got jumped very early. I need to watch Kyle, because Kyle was still saying a lot about getting double teamed. You know, he's very, very vocal about when it gets double teams. I want to see just how much he is in this game, because Madrid have got a very good offensive line. It's coming off the edge. Got blue gloves this time that do not match the jersey colour. Run was to the opposite direction, but Molina did good to get some yards out of it. 3rd down. Yeah, Dragon just with a chip block. Nothing crazy on that one for Aaron. That's what we're looking for. We need to call players out when they talk about how much they're getting double teamed. If they're not getting double teamed, we've got to call it out. Because he does a lot, but we'll see if he does in this one. 3rd and 8, empty set for Sinnott. Another catch in the middle by Dragon. That was what we expected a lot of him coming into Madrid to be. Just staying in the slot, coming onto the inside routes and just being a really good possession receiver. And that's exactly what we got there. Good catch. Gets a few extra yards out of it. Nicely done by him. Easy. Inside the red zone now. Deep inside the red zone. I am. It stands out. It's easy to watch on tape. But the gloves do not match the colour. Oh, Molina goes airborne. He went over someone in the middle of the pile. That is... went well for him. So look at that. Takes the handoff. Just goes up and over. Outstanding. Incredible. What a baller. Yeah, it kind of does look like... Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. It does kind of look like that. Here's the question. Does Kyle leave if Hamburg go, like, 3-9, which I kind of expected to do. Here comes another run you'd expect. First and goal, big set. Yeah, there goes Molina for the touchdown. He deserved that. He did deserve that. Madrid making Hamburg look not very good. I've just turned my ring light around because my wheel of my chair is stuck on a ring light. Hold up. Oh, this is going to be uncomfortable. There we go. There we are. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. There we go. Right. They're not going for 2, which I'm kind of surprised they're not going for 2. Kick is blocked again. Which is why we thought they would have gone for 2. Kick is no good. What happened there again? Just a kick into the back? That's 2 missed kicks then. They're both of them too low. There was the earlier touchdown by Molina. Alright. Let's check back in for Hereford. They're up by 17 now. DJ 4 for 8, 37 yards. Also 39 on the ground. Zozo 21, 1 touchdown. Stewart with a couple. Not bad. Not bad. Both of them off to, I think we'll get realistically, we'll probably have blowouts in both these games. I do think the Hamburg are one of the worst teams. And Hereford are probably the 3rd worst team. So you'd expect both of them to kind of lose these ones. But tomorrow's games, I'm really looking forward to. Oh, Naz. No, it's not Naz. Keep saying Naz. Naz has shorter hair than Simsir. Simsir has longer dreads. Right. Leon again. Show us something that we can kind of anoint him to be the guy for next season. That's the big thing, really, isn't it? If he wants to be the guy, he's got to kind of be able to perform in this one. So far, not really performed at all. I have been very critical, I will admit. Let's see what they got. 1st and 10 on the 35. Another run by Risman Kaya, who gets blasted after a gain of about 4. Decent run now. I think Hamburg are going to keep the ball on the ground a lot. They like keeping the ball on the ground. They like doing short screens because you can't really stretch the field out too much. I was talking to Jamal just the other day. Well, what was the moment that Hamburg stopped having like a good team? 2023? Oh, shot deep. Is incomplete. Like, I think it's got to be that 2023 off season, right? But they lost everyone. They lost Glenn. They lost half their offensive line. They lost Jay. I think they released Jay, didn't they? They released Jay mid-season. I was a little bit before my full coverage of the ELF. I actually can't really remember what happened with Jay, because he only played half the year with Ryan. I can't really remember. Maybe I need to go back and watch that, because I really can't remember. If anyone can, please do let me know. 3rd and 6, Hamburg. A lot of Madrid Bravos coming in, but then oh, incomplete. A flag. If that's defensive pass interference, that's bullshit. If they're going to call that defensive pass interference, that is utter bullshit. We'll see. Does that look like as clean as a breakup as you can get? Unless it was something different with your... I don't see how that could be a flag. Don't see any flag. Let's have a look. They're not going to bail them out, are they? It seems as if they're going to. Have we come back out? There's been no flag announced. No idea what that was about. They got first down, but the flag was, I guess they called it PI. But there was no actual announcement by the referees. So that's kind of weird. Here's Mike Leon. Quick screen again is too high and incomplete. Hamburg looks stagnant. They do. Let's look at some of the numbers. 2 for 6 now, 10 yards. None of the runs going for, or none of the runners going for over 10 yards so far. I think this one's been another rough show. Getting a little worried about Hamburg for real. Draw goes for maybe a yard, maybe 2. It looked, oh, actually maybe a little bit more. It looked like it was going to be stopped behind the line, but Crispin did a good job of making that positive, because it did not look like it was going to be positive at all. He's probably the rookie of the year right now, I'd say. Foster probably second, or Foster for offensive rookie of the year. Chris Mankaya for overall rookie of the year. 3rd and 5. I think a lot of people are going to be looking at him next season. 3rd and 5. Michael Leon dropping back deep, going for a shot to Terrion, or was it Sincere? It was Sincere and it's incomplete. 4th down again. Hamburg. Passing game, not it. Not it. I think they're going to be looking elsewhere next season. I think they need to invest in these fucking offensive linemen. I'm gonna be a bit cruel and say I don't think they need Tim Sek. I think they need to invest in the offensive line. You've got 2 great running backs. You've got a very good receiver in Terran Robinson. I don't think they need to have another receiver. Oh, that punt was very nearly blocked. Very nearly blocked. It's a very slow game by Hamburg. We got a flag on the play though. Someone I know is at the game. Talking about the Kyle return. Not sure what the flag is for, to be honest. Can we hit a ref? Can't hear. Anyway. I'm an old man too, and so to be honest with you, I'm not going out. I'm just watching ELF ball pretty much all day. Sometimes, then again, I've been a little, like I said, with school, been a little bit burnt out. Oh, the balaclavas. Not for me personally. The only time I wear, that's fucking stupid. Yeah, it's a thing over here as well. I think it looks dumb as fuck. Like, the only time I wear one is when I'm on my bike. Because obviously I don't want to have flies in my mouth. But yeah, you're right. It does look stupid. You're not the only one that thinks that. fashion thing, I think. I think he's trying to look a little bit more. I don't know. I guess a little bit more. I think it's an American thing, to be honest. I think another American trend that's kind of come over to Europe and looks dumb as fuck. I do agree. There's some kids around my area that were like had no shirt in the shorts when it was like 30 degrees. They still had a balaclava on. Looks dumb. 1st and 10, motion by Dragon. Another screen out to Crookshank though. He's going to go for about 8 or 9. It's probably the longest reception we've seen of him so far. I think they've been kind of doubling him a lot. But a doubling of him has left someone like Dragon like wide open. A lot of plays. I don't feel like you can double Crookshank. You kind of have to because he's such a good receiver. But I don't think you really can because then the other weapons are going to just take over. And Owusu up the middle. Good gain. 1st down. They keep moving the chains. I think they're going to take a lot of this first half clock off. Time of possession for Madrid is going to be a lot higher than Hamburg's. Hamburg's time of possession is low. They've not done very much with the ball either. Still 0. If this first half is anything to go off of, then they're probably not going to score very much, or if ever in this game. And Madrid's defense has been one of the leakier units in the league. Did he catch that? Oh my god, Aaron Crookshank is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Just a full stretch. I think it was a corner out. Just a full stretch. Great throw there by Reed. Outstanding. Let's have a look at that again. So Reed looks like he's reading it all the way. Just rainbows it. And Crookshank with a great fucking grab. Oh my god, he is exceptional. Yeah, fair point. Oh my gosh, what a catch. This guy's unreal, honestly. How old is Aaron? I don't want to put age. He's 24. Like, Aaron Crookshank is 24 years old. I'm actually, oh my god, I'm older than Aaron Crookshank. Oh. I'm older than Aaron Crookshank? Oh, that doesn't make me feel good. Oh no. Yeah, fucking Senate is on fire this year. So Crookshank. So he was with the Bears for a bit, so he went undrafted to the Bears for a short stint and stayed with the Steelers for a second. I think he made a bit of money from the Bears too. Yeah, he made a little bit of a signing bonus with the Bears. Good job for him. Fair point. Fair point. But if he's 24, to say he stays in the ELF for a number of years, which I'm really hoping he does, he could be electric. He could break a ton of records. My bad. That was insensitive of me. Hamburg burned the timeout because they challenged. Didn't come through for him. Does look like a good crowd for this game though, which is the good side of things. I thought Aaron was like 27, 28, but the fact he's 24 is very good. Absolutely a disgusting run by Owusu again. Good to see Andy in the league. Been a while. He goes through Kitchens. He trucked Kitchens, by the way. Because he weighs probably about the same as Kyle, but is a few inches taller. My gosh, that is a terrifying thought, by the way. Oh my god, Marcus, you fucking scallywag, you. 2nd and 5, pitch out to Andy, immediate flags. Andy does go for a good gain, still moves forward, but the flags might take this one back. I'm hoping that 25 is also the year that I meet my wife. My Azerbaijani wife. Where I can say about 10 total words in Azerbaijani. And about half of them are functional, some of them really are not. Right, the play comes back, that's a shame. Andy gets that call driven back. Madrid on the 25. 3 minutes left. With a bit of change. Couple timeouts. Of course, the 2-minute warning as well. They're probably most likely going to score another touchdown here. Immediate flags again by the refs. They're just drawing Andy's stats back. That's all they're doing at the moment. Not giving Andy a chance to get some numbers. Literally immediately as that play happened. Flag. Didn't look like there was any kind of false start. Couldn't really tell, but didn't look like there was anything. Oh, illegal formation. That's why it was so quick then. Repeat 2nd down. 2nd and 15 from the 30 now. Once again, same position, 3 minutes out. Bit of change, 2 timeouts, 2-minute warning. And he's had 2 runs now drawn back. Feel very bad for him so far in this game. Getting tackled and just doesn't get anything out of it. No bootleg. There goes Aaron again. Oh my god. I mean, I'm trying to get mine too, and it looks like Aaron Cruikshank might be the way to go for it. But that's the thing, right? I feel like it would have been easier for me to win one earlier in the year. When the meta players were not established. But the meta players are now established. Everyone knows Aaron Cruikshank's going to have some crazy yards. What's he at currently? He's had a lot of touches. Yeah, 7 catches for 77 yards. No touchdown yet, though. He is outstanding, isn't he? Ree is taken down, but they call that a fumble. Surely not. Oh, he's just, like I said, man. I said it on the LF Live. He might be one of the best receivers we've ever seen in the league, and I stand on that prediction. There's not very many players in the league that I think are as good as he has been. Kitchens with a pressure there. I think they called that fumble, which I think is the wrong call. 2-minute warning. So Reed's at 15 for 18. Very efficient. For 2 touchdowns, 205 yards. Honestly, couldn't really have been much of a better performance from him. Molina, 10 carries for 62 yards. Andy's got 4 for 23, but a lot of them were drawn back for penalties, which is unfortunate. Cruikshank has 8 catches for 96 yards now. which is outstanding. And then Dragon 66 yards and a touchdown. Flores Calderon 43 yards and a touchdown. What a fucking offense we have on our hands here, boys. The Enthroners have scored with a touchdown to John Cole. Huh. Okay. Alright. Okay. Well done. That is okay. Enthroners. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Very, very just killer jawline, you know. And then David, 23 yards, 1 touchdown. Down short, 18 yards. The offense for the Panthers hasn't really been moving. DJ just running it a lot seems to be what they've done. They haven't really seemed to have many else going for them currently. You know what? Right, here's a question. I need a question about this. I need to ask people their opinion. As the people that watch this channel, I need your guys' opinion. Let me put a poll up, actually. Because I've been thinking about this for a bit. But I don't want to encroach on, like, fellow creators kind of ground, you know. But I need to create a poll. And then I'll explain what I mean by poll. But first, let me watch this 2nd and 21. Another catch, Ryan Crookshank. Oh, he's gone all the way. He's tiptoed across the fucking hell. He's so good. Guys, he might be MVP. I think he's got to be in the conversation. Like, that's another catch, which is going to go down for Reed Sinnott, as it should. But, like, Reed Sinnott made it like a 10 maybe yard catch, and he made it into a 30-yard touchdown. Like, he's so good. Like, look at that route. Oh, look at that route. And then the tiptoe and the balance and the speed and the composure. He's so good. Oh. That's wild. All right. All right. Future content. This is what I'm discussing. Only scouting reports. And I'm talking about video content. I'm talking about live streams. That's just something I do for fun, just to talk to you guys. We hang out. That doesn't really count for me. It's like, yeah, fucking hell. I want whatever he's on. Jesus, look at speed. Look at the corner. I think he might have stepped out of bounds on the line. Maybe. I think they're going to look at the review. It'll take them a while. Player location discussions. Result stands. It is a touchdown. I don't think I can get you guys to pick multiple ones. So when I say player discussions, I'm talking like kind of clickbaity. Like, oh, I think David should go here. I think David Brzozowski should go here. Here's why I think David Brzozowski should go here. And I've done some of those before. I think they were well received. Only scout reports. Let's go. I don't want to do only player location stuff, because I do like doing scout reports as well when I get the time. 26 up now. Brutal. Hamburg look kind of fraudulent. Yeah, that's a good point. That would be fun. That would be fun. Breakdowns key players, each game, key moments. That would be fun. I'm not sure how to word this poll though, because I got like only scout reports, player discussions. or player locations. Yeah. Maybe I'll just start making whatever I want. But also my I've been pretty slow at making content recently anyway, because of just school, like I said. And Civ Sec gets dragged down before it even gets to 15. Yeah, maybe if I just have an idea, I'll make it. Like, I'm not a person that cares for views prior to maybe what people think, you know, as we know our friend in a comment section at one time. Obviously, everything I do is for likes. But, like, I do just enjoy making videos and content. Of course, the views and the likes, it does matter. I think if you're in the business or, you know, business, I don't make much money off of this, if anything, about 2 pence a video. Generally, about two pence to about £1 a video is generally how much I make. It's just fun for me to talk about. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So usually I won't do strategy because I'm not a coach. I'm not the best when it comes to like scheme stuff. Something I need to learn a lot more of. Oh, incomplete again. But like last year I was doing like a weekly. So here's the big thing as well, which has made content a little bit harder for me to do weekly. Last week I did the keys to, last year I did like keys to success for every game. But that's just now what we talk about on the ELF Live. Like that has been kind of absorbed into the ELF Live stuff. Which is good because it's more popular and I get paid to work for that with the ELF. So that is very good. I'd much rather do that on the ELF platform where it's going to reach more people. It's going to be higher production, of course. Oh, incomplete again. My goodness. Because I want to do some speculative videos. But people are so negative with some of the stuff with the ELF, as we can see, you know. Like David Brzozowski. I think that he should leave Poland. If I say, I think David Brzozowski should leave Poland, quite often people are going to be like, that's gossip, like, oh my god, this isn't real. You know how people are. And the reality of YouTube and video creation stuff is you kind of have to be a bit clickbaity, you know? Like, I'm worried about David Brzozowski, but also I know these guys a little bit, so I don't want to be, like, kind of preying on their, like, career. You know, it just seems a bit rude. So I definitely will ask players beforehand if I can. But yeah, I think I might do that. I'll try and maybe do that this week. Just like what's going to happen with David. I have to do a reset this week for one of my projects. Another incomplete pass for them. Yeah, even our Discord gets a little bit, exactly, like yesterday when people were talking about the Paris Musketeers. Exactly, so that's some good fun stuff. I might open the way for some more speculative content because the scout reports are very, 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 very fun. I love doing them, but they do take about 9 hours, which is obviously a lot. It's a lot of tape watching. It's a lot of like, I cannot record on the zone. I used to be able to go on the Game Pass and just screen record the clips. I can't do that on the zone. There we go, complete a pass the outside on 2nd and 10 for about 7 yards by Hamburg. That's a big thing for me though, isn't it? Oh shit, he's not on it? That's the problem. What's up, Mari? Yeah, like I cannot screen record on the zone. So that kind of made it a lot harder to make scout report videos. I can ask the ELF for the games, which I can do, but you know, it's not as user-friendly because it's on a Dropbox. Here's another short pass to Terry Robinson. Did he catch that one? No, he did not. That's another incomplete pass. What's the numbers looking like now for Micah? I think with that one, he's just went 4 for 14 for like 28 yards. Oof. Not good enough. Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. Like, the last thing I want to do is go like, oh, you know, David Brzozowski should leave Poland and go to Madrid. Like, and then you know, he's pissed off with it and I lose someone that I actually enjoy watching, you know. And no, they go for on 4th down. Incomplete again. Oh my god, Pablo Arrea has been on fire. That's like 3 breakups in the last drive for Pablo Arrea. Oh my gosh. They went to Terry on again after another play. And I think Pablo Arrea has legit just got 3 breakups on 1 drive. Good to see though, Mari. As always. Yeah, I can, but like YouTube, I can screen record on YouTube if I want like highlights of the players, but if I screen record, like I need to look for like goods and bads in the players, you know, so I need to record the whole games really. Have they credited Arrea for any breakups? Maybe they will at the end. Not so far, but he deserves a few. I can't believe Micah 4 for 15 now. Here's Sinnott. He's going to go out the pocket. Throws deep. Oh, it's off the hands of Dragon. No, it's not. It's Forrest Calderon. Off the hands of Forrest Calderon. Because if I go on my YouTube, I've done this before. Like the more speculative stuff. I think I've done it twice. Let me have a quick look. So I did... Where is it? Because there are a lot of evals, obviously. A lot of like... I think maybe I'll do some more shorter evals, like those underrated series and the gems. That was good fun. I enjoyed doing those. There we go. So I did like Milano Seaman have some decisions to make, which was basically Flores Calderon. Where's Flores Calderon going to go? And that was fun. Here's Reedson again. Drop in, throw in the middle to, I think that's Jordito. Yeah, that was a, sorry, can we just appreciate the crispiness of this thumbnail? Just appreciate that thumbnail for a second. That was a nice thumbnail. That was a really nice thumbnail. That's Savenja Sabatini that took that one. Surge photographer. I think she might be one of my favorite photographers in the world. Like, she is phenomenally good. Reed again, looking left. Going back to Crookshank, who does come down with the ball for another solid gain. I swear I did it with someone else, too. I could have sworn I did, because I was making so many evals, like it's annoying that I've slacked off so much. Because at this point during the year, I'd done one on Jaslewski, I'd done one on Arrea, I'd done Chad, Deegan. I did a lot, so we will get back to it for sure. Hey man, I've been getting back to jiu-jitsu, so I'm in better shape now, so I'm good. I mean, good, but I did fuck my nose up. I can't remember if I told Marcus when we messaged earlier, but like, I fucked my nose during an armbar attempt. Let me put this up there. Speculative content could be more league-wide. The discussion last week about the potential league formats and how it could add potential teams rebuilds. Yeah, that's a very good point. That's a very good point. Because like, I understand. Ooh, Sinnott gets out of the sack. Throws it to the floor. Good stuff by him. 4th down. Kitchens doesn't get credited for the sack. So you are right. Like, I'm very aware not everyone enjoys scan content. You know, a video eval on a 3rd string Dutch receiver maybe isn't always everyone's stuff. So speculative content of just discussions of the league could be definitely within question. But then also Jamal does stuff like that, which is really good. And 4th Down Fiasco have a podcast, so they talk about a lot of that stuff. And I don't want to tread on anyone's toes, you know. But I think it could be fun. Just to record a little bit, get some tape on David, say, oh, I think he's going to go here, where would he fit, I think that could be good. definitely have a think about it because I wanted to do that for a while. There's a false start in Hamburg on 4th down. 4th down and 3, and they give up a false start. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. What numbers is Aaron Cruikshank pulling in now? 125 yards and a touchdown. What a baller. What a baller. Yeah, I said about my nose. So I was doing jiu-jitsu. I've just got back into it. Gone a few times. And I was getting put in an armbar by a brown belt. It's obviously someone who's way higher level than I am. And they kick their leg up. 6 and drag with another catch for a good gain. They kick their leg up to go around like my head, obviously to go across my like neck area. And I try and bolt up out of the armbar and at the same time hit my rather big nose onto like their hamstring. It felt like a pop. I was like, that fucking hurt. Tapped the armbar because it got me good. Get up and I think I'm sweating. I go, fucking hell, I'm sweating a lot. Go like that. It's got a streak of blood all the way down my arm. I was like, fuck. Got you left live in like 2 hours. Washed that out, plugged it up, finished off the session. Came back and did ELF Live. So if you notice my nose was a bit red during last ELF Live, that was why. I'd love to make it to a championship game too. Hope media sent, that would be cool. That would be good. Maybe try and get that through with 4th down. 1st down mag. Not sure how that would work, but Aaron Cruikshank, there we go. MVP, 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 MVP. He's got to be. Maybe that'll be my next discussion. Maybe that's my next discussion. That might be a good idea. We start off with MVP, mid-season MVPs. I'll title it something clickbaity, like we need to talk about Aaron Cruikshank, you know? YouTube meta. And we just talk a little bit about Aaron Cruikshank might be the fucking MVP. He's on another fucking world at the moment, guys. He came into this with 800... Hold on. What's 1,000 minus 827? So he needs 173 yards to get 1,000 yards. How many has he got right now? He needs 173. He now has... Let me have a look. 138. So what's 173? 173 minus 138. So he needs 35 more yards. Let me message that to the ELF. Let me message that now. 35 more Aaron yards. I believe it will be the quickest that anyone ever has 1,000. See, I'm the same with podcasts, actually. I'm not a podcast guy. I can't sit down and watch like long podcasts. I'm definitely with you on that. My bad, I'm a little bit behind in the comments if we go back. Yeah, so podcasts, I agree. I don't think I'm not massively into like a thing. I usually just, I'll do the watch alongs, people pop in and out, and that's what I kind of like. So I'm good with that. Yeah, exception knows. Yeah, no, I didn't have that. No, I don't have any plants. I don't have any burning or anything. Nothing will happen when I smell. I got a pretty bad sense of smell anyway. So it just kind of cracked, popped, bled for a bit for about 5-10 minutes. It was pissing blood for about 5-10 minutes, but it was good after that. Roll call last couple of players before they have a putrid. Oh my god. What's the score now? Is it still quite tight? It is still quite tight. Interesting. Only 17-6 still. Ooh. What's that poor club? Yeah, they did. They tried to throw the ball a ton of times. Even went for it on 4th down and fucked it up. I guess when it bleeds, you don't smell much. There you go. You know what I mean? Or you take a good bonk to sniff. It smells a bit funny afterwards. Yeah, my eyes were watering too, and it was like my second session ever at this jiu-jitsu place, and I didn't want to look like a bitch, so I was like, oh no, it's gonna keep going, you know. But I didn't want to drip blood all over the mats. It's a jiu-jitsu, you know. It's very up close and personal. But I did. Right, here we go. Hold on, let me get it out. Did someone say new rash guard? New rash guard for the new year. It's gonna look good. Going with the green. Here's what I want to do, right? If I ever do like a white belt competition, or maybe if I just compete in the future at a jiu-jitsu competition, because I like competition, you know, I like competing. So if I was ever to compete in a jiu-jitsu, oh my god, look at the total offensive yards. 341 offensive yards for Madrid. 48 for Hamburg. Ugh. Disgusting. So yeah, as I was saying, I like competing. So maybe I would get like an ELF rash guard made. That'd be kind of sick. All the teams in the back, Euronic sponsor on the front. That'd be dope. Go. I think that'd be fun. I think I get that. If Euronic sponsored me for a grappling competition, I definitely wouldn't be competing for a while. So, okay, how are we doing for fantasy? Right, Fire versus SD. Oh, it's T-Devils. How is Brzozowski's got 38 yards. Stewart has 39. Both of them have a touchdown. Good for me. Good for me. But David Brzozowski also has 5 yards receiving, which is what we love. And Madrid are up by 33. Because Michael Leon has been rather putrid. The run game has been non-existent. Oh yeah, shit, yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah, it's alright, it happens. It's my address is like hard to find. Because I live in like a I say newish. The roads existed for like 10 years, so maybe it isn't newish. But a lot of people struggle to find it, but yeah, I haven't had anything yet. But it's alright, no rush. Yes, very true. Very true. You do. You know people in high places. Terry Robinson, 1 catch and 5 yards. Not good, by the way. 33-0 at half. I'll turn over the to see if I can catch the end of the Panthers. Let's have a look. ELF. See what we can get. Where are they about? Probably quite close to half. Ah, they're at half too. To be fair though, 17-6. Like, for the Enthroners, it's pretty good. That's pretty good. They could definitely do that. Okay, right, let's skip over to that. Alright, I'm getting Notes app out again. Let me shrink this down. I'm getting Notes app. Enable it, content ideas. There we go. Right, content ideas. Maybe I know that it was too small. Okay, so we're gonna do like player new locations. Jesus, that's better. Locations in 2026. We could do that. We could do that. We could do like, see, there you go. You're the man at the moment. You're the man in high places. The man in a high tower, as it were. There we are. Right. Player locations. I reckon we could do something like, I don't know, team rebuild? Like, that can't be a long one. I reckon we do like award discussions, you know, MVP, Rookie of the Year, stuff like that. Just like my list ideas into video, like my Instagram stuff, basically, I think would be good. That was something I was gonna try and do for a while, was just like make all of like these ones into videos, so breakouts. You know, players are going to break out, the best 10 Euro players entering in, the 11 forces, you know, stuff like that was going to be part of the long-term plan. And still definitely is, especially with stuff like the Wonder Kids one I just put out. So that's definitely something I want to do in the future. And that's the good thing about them is I can kind of just revisit them like afterwards. Like, I can still make an ELF Wonder Kids one now. We would put that down. So, yeah. Let me make these a little bit bigger. Can I make it a little bit bigger? Yes, I can. I think that's a good couple of ideas that we can do. Also, we'll put evals in. Every now and then I do still want to do a video eval because I like being the Brett Coleman of Europe. Maybe I open up the floor maybe to people. Yeah, I did it with the Netherlands too. I did like a players in the Netherlands you should know about. That's pre-list on the ELF on Instagram. So I think that could work. I think those could work. Maybe I'll try and make one of them on the weekend coming, or the week coming up. I'm just not a very good video editor. That's the thing that takes me the most times. I'm not a great video editor. And by not great, I mean I don't really know how to do it. Oh, I've got messages all over the shop. Let me actually message the commentator. Took 5 more yards for Aaron to get 1,000. I need to make sure I know if he is the quickest to ever do it. Because I think he probably is. But if I look at like old sports metrics, player stats. Like, when did Malik have 1,000? Because I don't think Aaron Jackson had it before week 12. Like, he might have had it. But I think he probably did. Like 100, 100. I mean, he was averaged at about 100. But he had a pretty good end to his season. He definitely didn't have it by week 7. But the one I'm most interested in would be Castles and Sweet. When did they have 1,000 yards? I think Sweet would be the... I don't know. Castle did start hot. 2023 was it? 2022 or 2023, I'm pretty sure. Because Sweet was 22. And he had a very hot start, actually. He might have had a... No, actually, he missed a game. Missed week 7. So if he did it by week 8... He might have. Maybe. Maybe. But then he kind of finished off strong with some of these games at the end. Yeah, Chris appreciated it. Because some people did ask me to do more interviews. I don't think I'm going to do interviews. That's more like... That's definitely more Jamal's thing. And a first down mags thing. I'm not really an interviewer. Like, I'll do interviews for sure, but like, I'm not really an interviewer. Alright, let's have a look at these numbers. Reed Sinnott, 20 for 24 for 265 yards. 4 touchdowns, no picks. Molina, great rushing game so far. Andy with a couple nice ones. Cruikshank with 138 and 2. Dragon with a nice game. Flores Calderon with a nice game. No interceptions yet for Michael Young, but I kind of feel like one is coming. I'm not going to lie. Currently 4 for 15 for 28 yards. 1.87 yards per attempt. No, it would be per attempt. Yeah, it is per attempt. Yeah. Ew, not great. Not great. I'm not gonna lie. 1 sack for Kitchens. I don't think that actually counted as a sack, though, to be honest. Enthroners versus Prague. Still, for some kind of surprisingly, only an 11-point game. DJ accurate, but not... So this is kind of the thing with DJ again. He's always been pretty accurate, even when he was in Akron. He just didn't score a ton with his arm, and he threw a few picks. Kind of has been how he's been doing in the ELF so far. Great rushing quarterback. No one ever denied that. I just want to see more from David. I don't feel like I've used him enough. Definitely have not used him enough. Let me actually put that in the notes maybe of like player transfers. It's not what I clicked at all. I might put, yeah, I'm going to put, yeah, I got player locations, I think. I want to put like, because we're not going to have trades or anything. We're not going to have, I haven't got a graphical ability to make templates for how we would do a new season, like, format. I'll keep it that. I'm quite happy with that. What's up, what's up? Oh, shit. I should have worn my Charles Oliveira shirt. Do I have... 1 second. Let me see if I have my Charles Oliveira shirt. I'm a bit worried that I don't. I think I wore it to the gym. It's still wet. I wanted to wear my Charles Oliveira shirt, but it's still wet. So I have to wear it tomorrow when he becomes the first light. Fun fact for you, Jesse. The first ever 2-time light heavyweight champion. No one has ever been lightweight champion, 2 times. And if he loses to Topuria, it will be very, very sad. Let me just quickly get this up. This has become just a UFC thing now. Taking Charles, taking Pantoja, taking Van, taking Money Moicano, taking Peyton Talbot. That's my main card prediction. Right, the game is now on the way also. Let's have the scores up top. There we go. There we go. Oh, I'd love to see you for the year. Hold on, let me go back, see what was set up there. I got distracted by Charles Oliveira. When someone sponsors my travels for something, I'd love to see Europe for the year left. Me too. Yeah, I would. If I had an opportunity, if I was sponsored to go around, I would hitchhike from every game. Can you imagine how sick that would be? Just get like hitchhike across the whole of Europe. That's how fucking cool that would be. Just going to each ELF game. I gotta make it to this game. I gotta make it by. That's a YouTube title right there. I gotta make it to Madrid in 24 hours. Hi, I'm in Hamburg. I gotta make it to Madrid in 24 hours. That kind of thing. That'd be fun. Maybe impossible, but fun. Okay. Champion's name is Oliveira. Yes. And there's also Crawford versus Canelo as well this weekend. No, it won't be this weekend. It's very soon now. Eventually, the Zone will have a game day show, kind of for host meet at a game. That would be cool, like a little desk. A game would be really dope. I know we talked about it for the championship game, which didn't really come to be, but that was in the like drafts at one point. Fun fact. Okay. Is the UFC on the Zone? It's not though, is it? No, it's not though, is it? I don't think it is. If it is, then shit. There we go. Topuria is so damn tight. Yeah, he's unbelievable. His boxing is nasty. That power, yep, left hand. Co-main, more rooting for Kai. Money Moicano did his best to save that shit press conference. I feel like we've lost all like the good talkers. Israel Adesanya was never like, he had some good moments. He wasn't a great talker, let's be honest. But like at least he'd try. Alex Pereira, I've not heard of Sharma in what feels like forever. There's no Conor McGregor's talking. There's no Diaz's doing weird shit. There's no like Kevin Lee. Don't talk about my mom, bro. None of that. It just feels like there's not very much talking these days. I do think Kai's going to lose though, because what is he, 1-2 in his last 3? Michael Leon going deep down the seam is complete to Tamsir Sek. That's his first completion in a long time, I won't lie. I think I might put a cheeky bet on it. We win one of these weekend bets. Maybe I'll put a cheeky one on the main card. I think that could be pretty good. We'll have to find out. I think some of them are. Yeah, damn, did I put the same bet on twice? Yes, I did. Love that for me. Chris Makaya going outside, gets blasted by Inyang. That dude's an absolute savage. What a baller Inyang is, by the way. Just pops him with the help of the big boy that I'm not going to try and pronounce his name. Tomiwa. Tomiwa Tapora. To be fair, Tomiwa would be pretty good fighter, I feel. He's big, he's strong. I won't want to fight him. Michael Leon. Segment 4. Actually have been moving quite a bit with that deep seam pass to Tamsir. They've gone straight back to the screens and they are back into negative yardage. I do kind of feel though like this is Taporia's time. I like Taporia. I like Taporia a lot, but I love Charles. And I was a big Alex Volkanovski fan. I kind of knew he was going to lose that one because Taporia is just so good, and Volk took the fight with pretty short notice after his Islam KO. And I really wish, because I have a friend called Rian who loves Max Holloway, and I kind of made a joke that like Taporia would knock him out, and I was like, he could knock him out, but then I didn't put anything on it, and then he did, and I was like, fuck. Now I'm going to live the rest of my life going, oh, I said he was going to knock him out, and everyone's going, oh yeah, sure he did. Here's a pass by Leon. Another floater is incomplete with a spoon with the PD. Try to encourage roles at interview. Need more cameras in their faces. Yes, we do. Yes, we need one of those like. We need multiple people in one place, doing interviews. I think that'd be cool. 4th and 6. Are they staying out there? They're saying, fuck it, we want the touchdown. Not sure how this is going to work for them, but I don't think they're going to get it. It's a 4th and 6, and they've been nothing all day. They're not getting this. No way. Play action. Okay, they got a man open. Just a bit too slow. Get it to him. Doesn't go anywhere near the first down. Rough. Very rough. Nothing out of that. Nothing out of that at all. Just gets brought down pretty convincingly. I haven't seen anyone that's been good on the mic lately. Imagine how much money you would have won, but yeah, I mean, man, that would have been great, wouldn't it? I was literally gutted. I was like, because Taporia is just so good, and like, Max takes so much damage. The most hit fighter in UFC history by like a fucking mile. But he's faced a few finishers, but no one like Taporia. Like Aldo obviously has a few finishes. Volkanovski's never really been a finisher. He wasn't going to get finished by Calvin Cater, was he? Ortega as well, probably not really a knockout artist, part of that one against Frankie Edgar. But like, should have done it. A massive title fight with Paddy and Ilya would do if they do it in Spain. Get in the Bernabeu would be so cool. I don't know why the UFC doesn't do more stadium events. I know that Dana doesn't like doing stadiums, which I've never really got. Here's the thing, I never thought Paddy was going to be good. I thought Paddy was going to be kind of like how Michael Venom Page is, where like you put him in the fun matchups, but he's not necessarily in the title picture. Kevin Holland, Michael Venom Page. That's what I thought he was going to be like. I did not think he was going to be Chandler. I'm not going to lie. Automatic first down. Brutal. Hamburg just keeps shooting themselves in the fucking foot. Oh shit, my bad. It was actually not really much of it all. There's a run by Andy. Gets back to the line, nothing more. I think Madrid will take their foot off the gas in a moment. I would love to see Paddy. Can you imagine that the trash talk between Paddy and Ilya would be really good? Because Paddy talks, which I like. He talks in a language that not a lot of Americans understand. But he can actually talk on a mic, which I can appreciate. Second and 14. Here comes Reed, looking left, bit of pressure, backside, he might get taken down here, he does, by Kyle Kitchens. Sam, celebrating like that while down 33 is a little wild. I love, I'm not gonna lie. He did good, I'm happy Kyle's actually able to get some more numbers. But they are down by 33. They're in 26 now, though, for Madrid. 9 minutes left in the third. We're looking to go short just to Dragon, just to make it a little easier on the punt, I suppose. Gets a little bit of yardage out of it. That's a great picture as well. It reminds me of that. There's a picture of in the CFL. There's a picture of Ben Holmes being pressured by Chris Malumbo, which I love. Like, it's such a sick picture. It's so cool that we have like literally two players that played each other in the CFL now playing each other in the ELF. It's really, really cool. One of my favourite football pictures. Here comes the punt. 4th down and 17, so. Punt is up and away. Sek breaks a couple tackles, but just keeps spinning and spinning. Eventually gets caught by a man who span out the first time. Did a bit too much on that one. Thought the exact same thing when he got to the organisation. Him beating the brakes off Channel was honestly surprising. Who's your favourite Enthroners? The team's solid, giving the variety. I love the Enthroners. It's got to be fucking Cairo Baralho. Bravo? Yeah. His tattoos are a little wild. Fight or die and like Sharpie on his arm and then just free spirit across his neck. Is a bit crazy for tattoo placement. But he is a savage. I do think that he could be competing for a world championship. I think he would beat Israel. I love Israel Adesanya, one of my favourite fighters while I was growing up because he's kind of built the same as me. He's obviously a bit bigger and a lot more athletic, but yeah, I did not think Paddy would be good. Like, his striking was the biggest thing. Like, when he came to the UFC, his striking was just bad. Like, he was just getting hit all the time. But he seems to have pulled out of the fire a little bit. Well, you know what we're going to do? I'm going to put a bet right now. Because I realised I put 2 bets on the same bet. So I need to just cash one out. Of Anna's work. Hopefully you'll meet her and her other photographers soon when it comes to Stuttgart. Talking about Petra, right? Yeah, I love Petra. Petra and Anoko, duo, and then both of them, like, they do such good work. It's just like, they both do so well for the Enthroners. The Enthroners just fucking waste all of it, you know. Here is a jet. No, it wasn't a jet. It was like more outside handoff, but just did not end well. Right, let's go to the UFC. We're gonna make a UFC bet. Okay, we got fight lines, we got method of victory. Damn, you got really fucking everything on this. That's kind of cool. Because Peyton Tablett's also maybe a little bit overrated. I don't know, he could be really good, but oh my god, Topuria is a massive favourite. Oh my god, it might just be worse putting a fiver on Charles just for that. He's a lot bigger. Michael Leon dropping back, going deep. Incomplete, no flags. Third down. There'll be 7 Quiver members in one place. I didn't get back into Quiver. I get like into it for a little while and I like forget about it and I don't post on it, but I should be posting on it more. I should support my friend and co-host in his business venture. I should be doing that. Alright. To win. Alright, okay, we're going to put Moicano to win. I'm going to put... Oh my god, Lima's actually the favourite against Talbot. Because Felipe Molina's really good. Lima's really good too. I'm not like a crazy MMA expert, but Leon is sacked on 3rd and 14. That's right. I've been there 100 times. I think it's a big Samoan. I think he's Samoan. Maybe Maori. My bad. The big fucking dude. He's just got off a double team. And then he probably will be credited with a sack. At least half. 4th and 18. Ruff is probably my favourite fighter of the whole crew. If Prates could take a break from smoking darts, he might be more in it. He's old though. Prates is like in his 30s. That's the thing. Like not in his 30s, but he's in it later. He's in like 34, 35. Here comes a rugby style punt. I do love the final nerds. But then you got like Imavov. I know he's not a fighting nerd, but he looks like a fucking problem. And then you've got Aaron Pico's coming in for that division too. Like this UFC's fun. It's just I'm not marking it enough at all. Panthers beats Kaitakara France. I'm just gonna put like a cheeky one on, you know. I feel like let's put like a couple one. A double for Moicano, a little Brazilian double. I might put like a $5 on that. I reckon that's reasonable. Both Brazilians get a win. Oh my god, Samoans, Maori, Fijians, all the boys out there are fucking humongous. Just genetically, just wow. Right, we're putting Charlie Olives to win. I'm also going to put Joshua Van. And then fuck it, we'll throw Tracy Cortez in there for the ACCA. I put like £2 on it. Oh my god, yeah, £2. I win like 20. If I win that one, I'll take it. We got a guy down. So now we're just making MMA bets. That's what we're doing now. Should I just put like a hot... I know there's been like instances where someone puts like £1 or $1 on the whole card. They go through the whole card and they got it right and they win like a lot. Realistically though, it's probably going to be Taporia. Heard a story that Eminem hired a gang of them for security. Solid idea. Yeah. You get someone like Jordan Malata, the Eagles left tackle. He's an Aussie, obviously Maori. Terrifying. Reed Sinnott to Cruikshank. That might be. He's getting close. He's getting really close. What do you need? 175, 173 in this game. He must be really close. I'm going to wait for that catch to register. Pico is interesting. But lately those guys from Bellator haven't been looking good in the UFC. Completely agree. Chandler's not done great. You've got... Oh, I don't really watch the screen to Andy. Who was that other dude that beat Chandler twice? He was kind of ass. I can't remember his black dude. I can't remember his name for the life of me, but he wasn't good. Michael Venom Page has been solid. I know he's not going to be competing for belts, but like he beat Shara Magomed Sharipov. No, he didn't. Yeah, he did. Is it Magomed Sharipov? He beat the dude with his fucking eye. It's not Magomed Sharipov. That's the fucking... That's the beat assassin? I'm forgetting my Russian names. He beat the Pirate Man, which is mental. He beat Kevin Holland. Yeah, but he lost to Ian Gary. Cruikshank 157, so he's about 20 something yards off, maybe even under that. Lima's actually the favourite above Talbot. That's actually surprising. Hollywood has those city names like Brangelina. What are we thinking here? Sinishank. Sinishank's pretty good. I like Sinishank. I think that might be the one, to be honest. I think you hit the nail on the head first time. Sinnet Crookshank. Cricket. Does that work? Cricket? I don't think that works. Maybe that doesn't work. Sharabulla, yeah. Who is an absolute savage. That double elbow. Crazy. Crazy talented, but... Just check, Prates is 31. Okay. Odds on Charlie still massively disrespectful. It's crazy because you actually get him at later stages of his career. Levels to the game between. Yeah, but like 30 is like, well, yeah, prime. And oh my god, Charles Oliveira in like that 2020 to like 2023, 2024 was like the best fighter in the world I've ever seen. Most exciting because obviously Habib exists. But like, you know. Sit it. Back to Crookshank. Oh, I think he might have it. He's got it. Congratulations. Aaron Crookshank goes for a long, like 50-yard gain and a touchdown. Let's give respects to the newest member of the 1,000-yard club. One of the best seasons already that we've ever seen from a receiver, by the way. Aaron fucking Crookshank. 1,000-yard debut. MVP. I think he knew he needed. I think he knew he was going to get 1,000 yards. I think that's what he prayed for afterwards. My goodness, though. That's another example there, though, of like why I think he is the MVP and not Reed, because that's another one of those short throws that gets a touchdown. Wow, wow, wow. I'm going to put it to Chris, who's commentating. Let's see if he's talking. I don't want it to be too loud on the mic there. I like Sinishank. I think that's a good one. I'll let you say that on the LF Live. I like I haven't seen it before, just so I can give you praise. MVP. I think he's got to be, man. 203 yards. He's had multiple games of 200 yards. Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. You can still have media deals with countries while providing the games on stream. I do not know what... 40 fucking nothing, by the way. Hamburg have been awful. I don't know what Hamburg they need to do next season. They need to make a lot of fucking changes. For real. Like, they need to make some serious changes. Do I want to put like a buck on Charles Oliveira to win by sub? I run Charles when I was damn impressive. He's been in the UFC for a good minute. Finally got a crack at the title. You know what I want to see, right? Hear me out. Win or lose for Charles. Oh my god, they just pick off the screen? Does Sebastian Bowen just get a fucking pick? Did Sebastian Bowen just get that pick? Oh my god, Sebastian Bowen! He did, what a baller. What a baller. Wow. Hamburger done. It does kind of worry me a little bit, though, that Prague, you know, we beat them, but we beat them by only 5. And Madrid are blowing the brakes off of them. That does kind of show a little bit of a worrying gap in the maybe the differences between those two teams. But Shit, the Enthroners are still pretty cool. Look at that. DJ's having a good game now. Dale Stewart's got 2 touchdowns and nearly 100 yards, so I'm living good in my receivers so far. We're living good. My gosh. Wasn't a thick 6, but thick Nick is pretty good. I like that. Right, so what I was saying with Oliveira. Win or lose for Oliveira, Max Holloway. Give him Max Holloway. He's about to fight Dustin Poirier. That'd be a great fight. They already fought once and it came to that weird one where Charles tore his esophagus, if you remember. I would love to see that fight. 2 UFC Hall of Famers. I want to see that fight. Second 8, there's Reed, stepping back. So calm. Incomplete pass to Flores Calderon. He could have taken up the middle if he wanted to, but he's just so poised in that pocket. It's incredible. My gosh, though, like, fuck me. I'd be very surprised if Cruikshank doesn't get a call from an NFL practice squad or from the the UFL this season, to be honest. I think he's been phenomenal. I think he deserves a call from the UFL, in all honesty. I'd hate to see him go, but, like, you know, if it means they can be financially living, then great for him. Reed gonna roll out himself. Takes it for a first. More yards for Reed, the better. I was hoping they don't take him out of the game. I know he's got some crazy numbers, so it's not like it's going to affect the fantasy a ton, you know. But he's got 5 touchdowns. He's got himself 13 yards on the ground. He's had a great game. He might have a 6th in this one, unless they give it to Andy, which I think would be a decent call. Give it to Andy. Go on. He's had a few carries called back. We'll give it to Ryan Cruikshank for the fantasy points. Sinnott is going to take it himself. No, yeah, he's going to throw it to Edu Perez. Touchdown, Madrid Bravos. He could have ran it himself, but he just wanted to get the touchdown to Edu Perez. That's a guy right there. That's what I mean by, like, that's a fucking guy that people are going to play for. You know? Fucking hell, they're getting killed. They're getting absolutely slaughtered. But hey, at least that one's close. Let's hope that one stays close, because that'll be fun. So far, Brock Doman with actually a pretty decent game. 196 yards, 2 touchdowns, no turnovers. John Cole with 135 and 2. Which actually playing slightly better than Dal Stewart. It's not what we want. I want him to have the best team. Let's have a look at the current odds for them now. They're now minus 51. Oh my god. Incredible. Incredible. Good to see Carl having fun, honestly. I'm not going to lie. I want to see Carl having fun. Carl deserves it. Fuck me. I think they're going to score again. I reckon they go up by more than that now. Well, then why not, you know? What's my thing spazzing out? There we go. What's the team on a tablet? You on my phone? My wife keeps calling into my football. My wife's at work at the moment, so I'm good. Matt, your earlier evaluation in preseason said the Street are not on the field. Defense such, so I guess you got a point today. See, there we go. There we go. I was right. Nazir's great. They couldn't have him a corner. Like, they're worse without him. Ice cream is also very good. I can't want some ice cream now. Might get some ice cream. Like, they are so much. Like, it was the same with the other really big comparisons from the past couple of years. Is one, Borkovic at last year's Prague. Massive difference when he wasn't on the field. And two, Lucky with the Raiders when he wasn't on the field. They were so much worse. That's kind of how I would compare it. Right. I reckon Fahervar could keep this competitive. I'd like to see Fahervar keep this competitive. And of course, we know that Marcus has to secretly support the Enthroners a little bit, so. Right, here's Michael Leon again. Gonna give it to Chris Micaiah. Our Vikings fan in the chat, of course, will not be happy. Because I do not think that Kaya's had much. He definitely hasn't scored. Which will affect fantasy. But am I mad about that? No, because it means that I'm above someone else. I am desperate to win at least 1 week. How can I be called people? I'm sick of people putting expert next to like, oh, we know who are these experts? Blah, 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 you know? What's up? What's up, Lions? We're not playing today. We're playing tomorrow. Playing tomorrow. It's the 12 o'clock game tomorrow morning, so I'm excited for that. But Aaron Cruikshank is having a masterful performance. Masterful. Just an unbelievable performance by him, in all honesty. Just go. To be fair, they're up by 47. I think you should be comfortable. Yeah, me and the announcer are good friends. Me and Chris, we've met a couple times. I didn't hear what he said because I've got it kind of quietly so I don't get copyrighted. But I didn't hear what he said, but. I am currently 12th. But like I said, I'm 12th. I've had consistently pretty decent weeks, but I've never been number one. And what I want to be is number one. Danny has been number one, who's a friend of mine, obviously from Fourth Down. And I can't have that over me, you know? Don't make it worse. It's funny there. Oh shit, there's another screen. Two. Mr. Chris Micaiah gets a nice gain, actually. There you go. That'll get you up a couple places. Yeah, nothing new, but that is actually the first. Oh, the results are. You can see it. There you go. I'll put the results on the screen for you. 47-0 to Madrid and 24-13 to in favor of the Panthers. But I do believe the Panthers are on a second and goal, so it is quite close. But it's not like Hamburg getting blown out. Hamburg have finished this year. I think they get 3 wins at the very most. I think they beat Berlin. I think they lose all the others. Because they have a brutal schedule anyway, but. How you feeling about the Vikings tomorrow, Ricardo? You reckon they're gonna? You reckon your Raiders are gonna cause an upset? What do you reckon? Talk to me. Oh shit! Okay, and Enthroners actually had a pretty good defensive stand by the looks of it. To see, I got obviously the notifications. I'm a dang. My God, the total offensive yards, 425 for Madrid, 138 for Hamburg. I think I'm going to call out Hamburg. Maybe not call out Hamburg, but definitely say that I was right. Let me have a quick cheeky peek at FIBO. And where I had Hamburg coming at the end of the year. That's what I want to look at. I think we need to revisit FIBO at the end of the year. See how we did. Oh, it's not a pick. It's the second pick. It's the second pick from Micah. He ain't the one, boys and girls. I think he's the one. I don't think he's the one. That's wide the fuck open. Wide open. Tamir Sek is as open as you can ever be. And that ball did not come out well. It was a slow pass. He threw off his back foot. Poor. That is poor. Right, let me have a look. Where are Adam? It's not loading up. So had Pride doing well. Oh, there's Andy. Shout out Andy. Good game for him. He's going to go for a long one. Andy Owusu is in for the touchdown. I think they called him out of bounds, but I think they could challenge that. It's not loading up Hamburg's FIBO. Was there a playlist on it you left? That'd be helpful. There was a playlist. FIBO. You know, like team. There we go. Franchise checks. Very helpful. Thank you, Yelef. Hamburg. Where'd I have them? We had Hamburg going 4-8. So actually, I took over this week. So Nick has actually had all of his weeks now. Now we're on to my predictions. Because Nick had the first 6 and I had the last 6. So Nick had them going like double over Prague, which didn't happen. And then I had them losing every other game up until Berlin, which I still think is correct. What about Madrid? Where did I have Madrid? Where were they? So Nick had them going. I think, I don't know. Nick, I'm going up to there, and then we had them actually finishing. We had them finishing 10-2, which is possible. We forgive you. Don't worry, Ricardo. You're good. The fact you speak 3 languages fluently is already pretty badass. So Nick had them losing the first 2, and then they go on like a 10 winning streak, which they beat Hamburg, but then they did lose to Galaxy. I can't remember. But yeah, we got the 2 losses. We need to see how they actually do with that. The Mercs, where were they? I feel like I probably had them losing a lot. Yeah, I had the Mercs losing every game. Nick gave them a generous win against Munich. That's not going to happen. Brutal. What about Prague? Pretty sure I had Prague going up high. Where did I have Prague at? There we go. So I had Prague going losing against Nick had them lose against Hamburg. I had them losing against Galaxy. I think I said they'd lose against Galaxy, and I think Galaxy would win on the other one. I can't remember what I said now. There you go. So 4, even better. That is true. That's a good point. That is a good point. That is kind of like an automatic nerf, you know. See, my girlfriend, I speak about my girlfriend a lot, but you know how it is. She's my frame of reference. She speaks, I think, 5. She speaks English, Russian, Turkish, Azerbaijani, pretty good, like German, Spanish, and Italian. Like she can kind of understand them. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, last time they played, Raiders did beat the Surge. Just saying. I'm just saying. That was a hell of a game, by the way. God, I haven't thought about that game in a while. That was such a fun game. Third and goal. I think they got the backups in now. So my fantasy football has come to an end, I believe, in terms of this week. Raiders have always been underdogs. That is true. That is true. They are underdogs, I think. Let me actually look at the betting underdog wise. They are 10.5-point underdogs. I think that's fair. That's honestly pretty generous. I don't think the last score of like 40 odd something was reflective. It was just kind of like tough. But kick is absolutely nailed through the uprights. That makes it a clean 50. Yeah, Raiders are favoured to lose by 10.5. Obviously, it's a better line, so it's going to be in half. Yeah, you speak. I'd be surprised if you don't speak a bit of Hungarian too, just off of words that you've picked up from your wife. Aaron is still dressed, but I don't think he's going to play again this week. But even if he doesn't, we got some great fantasy points out of Reed, because he got 26 out of 31, 348 yards and 6 touchdowns, so he did pretty bloody good. Also 13 yards on the ground, and Crookshank got 200 and a hat trick, so happy fucking days. And then for the Panthers, they called a timeout still, so there is potential for them to score. But David Bajovsky's got 63 yards and a touchdown, and then Dal Stewart has got 106 yards and 2 touchdowns, which is good. So far, pretty good. The kick is going to be returned, but it's a very tough situation to try and return that kick. Oh, he makes the most out of it, though. Oh, he's going to get caught. Chris Kyle with a nice return. That'll help for the fantasy numbers. That was very unlucky that he was put in that position, but he managed to make a really good gain out of it. Look at that, breaking tackles left, right, and centre. Such a talented running back, man, he really is. He is taken down by Edu Perez, who does a good job of chasing him down. Yeah, Naz is completely out. He's taking the pads off and all, that is brutal. That is brutal. Hamburg on a 27-yard line. Yeah, very right. They need to score even. They can't get 50-0'd. Like, you can't get 50-0'd. There's a run by Hartin Candido. He does make a good one. Breaks the plane. Gets nice chunky yardage there. Nearly broke it all the way. Would have been a nice run. Very patient behind the line on that one. Look at that. Reads his blocks. Real nice. Breaks a few tackles. Spins around. Nearly a nice one. Yeah, I'm not fucking running 10 yards, let alone 100. They're in the fourth quarter in the Panthers versus Enthroners. Enthroners look like they're going to give up a field goal, but, you know, they score a touchdown. Again, they're in that game. Hamburg again going to run. I think that's a good idea. I'm not going to trust Micah to throw a short pass at the moment. I'm going to be real. It's another stop. Second down. Clock keeps ticking for him. There's no space there. He gets stuffed by the big D tackle, 93. Second and 10 now for him. Wait and see if that field goal gets converted. Actually, they just went for it on fourth down. See, I'm a bad athlete, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not like a boss. Oh, with a spoon lays a fucking shot. With a spoon with a big hit. I am slow as fuck. Off the blocks, I might be one of the slowest men alive. I am very slow out of the blocks. Great hit though by Witherspoon. Popped him one. Okay, 3rd and 7. Nine minutes. See, I have no idea what, even for frame of reference, to be honest. Hamburg going for a short one, incomplete again, fourth down. Jesus, this team stinks. I can't lie. Like, I have a frame of reference for my speed-wise, but I'm just like ass. You and Jarvis talked about adding and updating some of the uniforms. Thank you, Aiden Stephenson, for that question, by the way. Great fucking question. I'd like to see some Galaxy switch to white lids. Purple fit. That would be cool. That would be cool. I'd like that. I'd like that. I should have said about the Prague. Oh, I should have said about my black Prague jersey idea. Why didn't I say that? Fuck. I mean, this one's been a fun one. We got to see Crookshank go over 1,000, and then this game's still pretty close. Man, I'm so pissed I didn't say that. That could have been an opportunity for me to talk about it on a bigger platform. Fuck. Damn, I should have said that. Because of Prague Lions home jersey, away jersey, and logo. Oh, Mike Leon's hit. That's it. They're done. In Yang, great hit. I love In Yang, by the way. One of my favorite new safeties. Might do a video on him at some point. Like, damn, why didn't I say anything about Prague? Fuck. I so should have said that. Damn it. Oh, well. It happens, doesn't it? Damn it. God, even the Centurions scored a tad. Yeah, like, for real. I can't believe Hamburg are this bad. For real. Like, I can't believe it. And if I'm going to go for, like, obviously there's things like culture of, like, a city or something special where they could definitely have some kind of special kit. But if I'm going to give Madrid a cool kit, I definitely would give, like, there's definitely some Spanish festival uniforms they could definitely pull from. Shot deep for Madrid is incomplete. Panthers, Polish. How would you do like a Polish alternative jersey? Not sure, but it'd be kind of. You know what I would actually like to see is a red Panthers kit. You know that sounds a bit crazy, but like when the Giants have like a red one. I know Giants have red in their logo, but like it kind of looks a bit odd to see the New York Giants in red. I'd kind of like to see the Panthers in a red, just because it would be Polish flag. I don't know, maybe that's just me. Enthroners. I have no idea what the Enthroners could do for an alternate jersey. I do not know Hungarian culture at all. Maybe there's some kind of holiday or a uniform they could do for that. Nordic. I think it'd be cool to have some kind of yellow jersey, you know, maybe. A little yellow number, you know. Bit of Sweden, vibes. I think that'd be kind of cool. Lions have to be careful with the logo / cut section of some Lego characters. I think a blackout Prague jersey would be so sick, and it would be able to tie some of the Black Panthers together, because there's a lot of Black Panthers on the Lions. I think that's Lopez who's playing their quarterback for Madrid at the moment. He extends the drive with a nice slide. Yeah, Bavarian sleeves, which I do like. Maybe a whole kit with that would be kind of cool. A kit, jersey, same thing, British. I think that'd be dope. Sean Faster didn't really attract me. German players, yep. See, that's what I said in the preseason, and people didn't listen to me. I did say so many times that Hamburg have really talented imports. Dion, Nazir, Carl Kitchens, Terrion. But they just don't have German talent. I expected more German talent. I'd said that on, I think it was on live. Or I might have said it on FIBA, but I definitely remember saying it a few times. It seems as if I was right. Scrap that, I was right. I was right about that one. I've been wrong many times, but I was right about that one. Thunder could have some cool ideas, I feel. Like a dark grey. Like a nice grey for the Thunder with a bit of yellow. Ooh, maybe a little bit of gold if they want to go yellow. Because that's that's their colour now. But they could go for like a nice grey and gold. I think that would be cool. Fire. I think the obvious one would be like a nice red. Or maybe like a throwback would be cool. Like a nice throwback jersey. Legit, just like getting all the old throwback stuff. Lions, I go for the black and red trim. Galaxy, again, could maybe go for a retro look. Vikings got a black one. They've also got an army one, but Raiders kind of can't do too much. Maybe they go for like a mountainy grey colour, but they've already got one of those, actually, don't they? They've already won it this year. Ibanez with a catch over the middle for a big gain. Paris could have some gorgeous jerseys, I feel. I think Paris could be really creative with some nice alternative jerseys. Also, it's a beautiful city, well known for like a ton of different artistic stuff. Shout out Lopez, man. I've been following him since he was at Cosnados. I can never know how to spell it. I might be saying that horribly wrong. Good stuff by Hamburg. Good stop Harrow, but we've got much else. And by PC and graphics program, my mind's racing. There you go. Ton of different options. Like, I'm thinking of like a Matador like kit, you know what I mean? Spanish. Matador, that's definitely spelled Matador, right? Like, you do a nice gold kind of looking kit. I think that would be kind of sick. Gold and a bit of red, you know? Hard to do, but like black pants with a gold trim and a red jersey with gold trim is absolute, and then black helmets is absolutely possible and would be really nice. Paris Musketeers break out an all-white uniform. The win would be white with a white logo bordered in red and glossy. Just see, there you go. See, you've already got it. Like, that'd be beautiful. And Paris already have one of my favourite ones ever anyway, because they had that blue and gold, which was... Oh, that blue and gold Paris jersey. I wish I had that. My God, that is a gorgeous jersey. If they bring that back out into the shop, I'm buying it. The screen's too high on 3rd and 20. They're going to give the ball back to Hamburg. Like, tell me that wouldn't be a sick kit. They don't have to copy, obviously, everything, but just like, you know, subtle nods. Black pants. Doable. Very doable. Red jersey. Absolutely doable. They already have one. Black lids. Very doable. Maybe with red face masks. I'm looking at some of my fancy players. If I missed anyone, I think everyone. Yeah, that's all my guys. I was tempted to go for the defense of the Panthers, but I don't think I really need to. I'm kind of glad I didn't actually, because they've allowed a couple touchdowns. I've only got 1 sack. Yeah, so I'm kind of glad I didn't. I thought about it, but I didn't. Yeah, at least David's had a good game. I think they actually just got another sack, but still. Is there like 4 minutes left of the 4th quarter now? Hamburger in danger. Four minutes left in both games, actually. Hamburg needs some points. Whistle goes. This one has been a blowout of biblical proportions. But I think it showed a lot about Hamburg. That we kind of knew. I mean, that was confirmed. I don't think they're going to come anywhere near any kind of playoff situation. Ryan looks so sick with all grey uniform. That would be like a smoky kind of grey. Yeah. Matte grey helmet with a black face mask and incorporate the maroon and black throughout the uni. Yes. Like maroon like the maroon brownish numbers, I think would work well. And it's a bit trim around the sleeves, you know. Michael Young with a throw over the middle to John Levy Cruz, who gets a nice catch for a first down. I do feel it may be a little too late for them, but heavy landing. Very heavy landing. Yeah. Brutal. For the Bravos, Google Texas Tech galvanized. Yeah, I think that could work for sure. It could. I think that's more so what we're thinking with Rhino, aren't we? If we made this like brown, then again, that's a gorgeous looking one. Like, yeah, that looks real nice. Yeah, that is a pretty jersey. I think I'd probably put that on someone like Berlin now, rather than a Bravos. That's a beautiful jersey. I do like that one though. Is that like because Madrid flag is white and red, so they're already like in the because it's like I thought they're going to be called the Madrid Stars initially. Because Madrid flag is like it's loads of stars on the red background, so I thought they're going to be called something like the Madrid Stars. Here comes Micah again. Thrown outside. It's picked again. It's picked again. Oh, man. Picked again. Wow. Wow. Holy shit. Mike ain't the one, boys. Mike ain't the one. Wow. 50-0. Incredible. Hamburg are fucking awful. I can't lie. They ain't good. Jesus. 3 picks on a day. We'll see Madrid probably run out the rest of the clock. Shout out Julio Aguayo. Oh, just wild, man. Honestly, that would be funny. I'd like to see that. That would be pretty funny. Because he's got 6 touchdowns. He's got 300 odd yards. Crookshank. I don't think he wants to get the negative yardage on his resume there. That's 2 interceptions by Aguado. 2 picks for him now. And 2 breakups and 2 tackles. Good for him. Good for him. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. I just can't believe it. They've been absolutely pulverized, you know. First and 10. They could make it more. I think that's going to run out the clock. I don't think they need any more than 50. 50 is a nice round number, you know. I think we're going to see an exodus of Hamburg players this offseason. I think Dion could be on the move. I think Kyle could be on the move. I think Nas could be on the move. I wouldn't be surprised if someone like Victor Amor or Dion is on the move as well, you know. If I'm Hamburg, you got to try and make some serious moves. Like the defense, I know they're giving up 50, but the defense is actually not awful. It's been the offense that's caused the most of these problems, especially with the score. Two-minute warning now. 2-minute warning. They're up by 50. And Enthroners versus Panthers is still a close-ish game. Not sure. It's 1st and 10 Enthroners, I think. So they could make it a bit of a play. Love when a definite team still yells. Yeah, like for real. Easy for him. Like, yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Come on, Enthroners. Make a late run for it. You know what? Let's get the Enthroners game on. Why am I don't know why I've been watching it since the backups are in. I should have been watching a game that's actually a little bit closer. So we got, because they're down by 11, but 3 minutes left. Crazier things have happened. Is it Enthroners' ball? I don't actually know. It is. Is it first down? Who's number 2? Yeah, Enthroners are past the 50. They could do something here. Come on, Verheerva. Shot in the middle, caught by John Cole. John Cole! Ha! This is actually quite good. Again, Enthroners could be a fun team. I have said this before. I will not stop saying it. The Enthroners could be a fun team. Like they get a speedy, fun receiver like Cole, who actually didn't impress me in Munich, but has been actually pretty damn good in Verheerva. They get a gunslinger that is just a fun player that can score. And they spend some ease on the offensive line. They could be well within range. There we go again. There's another short catch. Oh, it's a touchdown, Enthroners! Touchdown, Enthroners! Was that Nandi or was that Sidoch? I think that's Sidoch. Oh. Brock Dorman, no, I ain't gonna lie. Brock Dorman with 3 touchdowns today. 3 touchdowns, and like, actually, Brock's had a hell of a game. I know the Panthers have a shit DB core, I ain't gonna lie, but like, kind of mad. Kind of mad. Good for them. Right, they're going for 2. Good decision, because then they can try and get within just a field goal. Who's number 2 for the... Try and go out, watch from start, and then go back live. That's what I do. So go out, click watch from start, incomplete on the 2-point try. Still going to be a touchdown in it, but it's not out of the question. Yeah, go all the way out, press watch from start, and then when it loads up, you can just go back to live, and usually that works for me. Right. Yeah, they could. So it was Nandy, yeah. Unbelievable. And this is probably out of the ordinary. But like, oh my god, Panthers though. Like, where are they in my power rankings? Let me have a quick look at that. That's funny, but bad of you. Oh my god. What kind of fucking comment is that? So 1,000 yards. What's up, Jamal? Enthroners, absolutely. Read one of the comments on the... So Aaron Cruikshank's got 1,000 yards. Bear in mind he's a slot receiver in the ELF. Saw him in person. He is very small, under 190 pounds. Victim weight when playing football. He's good, but a league with no defense, or he's lined up against guys that have been playing football since 16. He's better not fall short. What? There's like players in the NFL that are 190 pounds below. Look at fucking Eagles receiver Devontae Smith. You know what I mean? Stupid ass question. Better be... Right. I said what I said on the live. I'm going to put a little cheater, I think. I feel like he is kind of like the Tyreek Hill of the league, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're not wrong about that. What a baller. 1,000 yards in 6 fucking games. What the fuck is that? You know what I'm saying? Alright, let's go Enthroners. I kind of want it to kind of be funny, you know? I think I want the Enthroners to win. Like I said, it would be more funny. I think the only thing I don't think I really have much on this one. I didn't want to bet on this one that much, so I thought it could have been a trap game. And it seems as if I was not that far off, I'm going to be real. I was a bit like, that game could, you know, I think that they're going to win, but they were like 30 fucking 5-point favorites, and I was like, I don't believe that. Can he get to, oh my god, if he gets 2K? See, that's the thing, like, on the ELF Live, it's a corporate show. Not a corporate show, we have a lot of fun. But, like, it's a corporate sponsored show, so I can't swear, I can't say, what a dumb fucking play, this guy is not the fucking player that they, you know what I mean? I can't say like, oh, someone comments in the thing, oh, what a stupid fucking question that is, you know. But on my show, it's my YouTube channel, do I roll on? Like I said before, I don't do these streams for money. I do these streams because I like talking to people. I like talking to fans. I pride myself on being the people's champ. I cannot believe that the Enthroners, well within, they could. They get a nice defensive stop and contain DJ Irons. Who's number 2? I saw him make a good play earlier, but I didn't get his name. Hamburger. No idea who that is, actually, I can't lie. As if the jersey names are correct, you know. I really, really want the Enthroners to win now. I really want the Enthroners to get it. Alright, what's the down and distance? Come on. It's, I think, 2nd and like 4. They run with David, who does get the first. They push him out of bounds. I think the clock might stop there if they're lucky. I'm like, I do want to watch more than I want them to win. I'm going to be honest. I'm sorry, Thomas. I love you. But I do want the Citizen Award more than I want the Enthroners to win. Maybe if David gets a long touchdown, right? No, he's already got one, to be fair. Maybe I'm being selfish. David does have 63 yards and touchdown. I think that's like, what, 12 points? Maybe a bit more. And Stewart has 106 and 2, so he's done very well. Right, 1st and 10 as a flag. That might be for delay a game. If that's for delay a game, then big yikes. Yep. That's big. That could be big for them. The Enthroners defense is going to fucking need those 5 yards. Ooh. 1st and 15. I didn't even look at. I've been so like all over the shop. I didn't even look at the Panthers in my power rankings. So I had them at 12. I think they could fall below Berlin. I did win the poll again. People liked my one the most. I think Panthers fall. Hamburg fall as well. No, Panthers win. Maybe that's a bit controversial. Say that a Panthers win against the Enthroners is less impressive than Hamburg getting their back blown out by Madrid is, you know, is controversial maybe. I don't know how I can downgrade both of them. I'm gonna lie. Shout out Enthroners though, man. You signed an American DB, an American quarterback and receiver like everyone tells you to, and shit, things start to go a little bit better. Who would have thought? 3rd and 12, by the way. 1 minute 49. There is a chance for we get an Enthroners win. There's a chance. 3rd and 12. Come on, Enthroners. Come on, Enthroners. They do the handoff on a jet sweep. He's brought down. Timeout. Go Hippos. They sent Devin Burrell on a jet. It's actually a pretty good idea, to be honest. Actually a pretty good idea just to get the ball in the hands of a good returner. You got a pretty decent. That'll help. Come on, let's see Enthroners do something crazy. Go on, Enthroners. Go on. You know you want to. You know you want to. This is what we want. We want the hippos to pull it out the bag. 4th and 3. Are they gonna? They're gonna go for it. Honestly, it makes sense. I think they're just gonna run the ball. Come on, Enthroners. Come on. 4th and 3. They've snapped the ball. DJ's taking it. No! No! We got the first down. No. Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame. It was close. DJ Irons got the sneak for a few, well not sneak, a QB run for the 4th down conversion, but it was very, very close for an Enthroners W. Damn. Here comes, I think, a kneel. We'll get a kneel, and then it will be the end. Very close. But it's under review. It will stand. It's under review, but like, he got it. He definitely got it. I think they're just being safe. I don't have any doubt, though, that he got that first down. Just pour myself another iced coffee. To me, it was pretty obvious. If they reverse it, shit, I ain't down for a bad ref call every now and then just to make the game more exciting. Oh, what is it? What was the name of the FIA guy in F1 where he made with the final lap with Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton? About we need, like, this is a race. Let's race. Yeah, Talia's playing indoor. Matt Panthers barely won, of course, 3-3, but don't really deserve it. I agree. I don't think they're above Hamburg. Who are Panthers beaten? They beat the Enthroners by a lot the first time. They lost to Nordic, they lost to Prague, they beat Cologne by a lot again. I mean as much. So they beat Enthroners and Cologne. And then they'll beat the Enthroners again. If this goes through, which it should do. And then the crazy thing is they have Cologne again. So they'll go 4-3. And then Prague, Vienna, Munich, Vienna, Munich. So a tough end. Actually quite an easy schedule. Well, easier schedule. Good for the Enthroners though, man. This is what we need. We needed this. I also don't think DJ's the guy, personally. You know, character issues aside, I just don't think he's the guy. Yeah, it's a shame though. Brock did pretty good. Brock actually out-dueled him a little bit in the passing element. Shame. It's a shame they gave Deverell such a big gain. Otherwise, it might have actually been close. They're looking at the knee, but I think this is one's going to stand quite easily. Wait. What? Oh, wait. What? They called it on the field as short? They must have called it on the field short then. Ah, I thought they had it. I thought we were getting in and throwing this drive. I don't think the ref got that right. I think the ref meant to say stands. I don't know. They must have called it for on the field then. They must have called it short on the field. Oh no, now it's 4th and 2. I don't know what the fuck's going on. 4th and 2 now. Get the stop, please! I think you got it. Fuck. I think you got it. Oh. Oh no. I think they got it. They did. That's a shame. Immediate reaction there. I thought they'd got like the 4th down stops. So I thought they were going to have a shot at the ball again, but they didn't. Damn. What a shame. What a shame. We nearly had an Enthroners upset. That could have been fun. It's still a close one-score game though, which is good for the Enthroners. You know, they can hang their hat on that a little bit. Like, Dome did actually do well. All done now. All done. Clock runs out. Panthers 24. Enthroners 19. Big shame. Alas, fellas, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you tomorrow. Because you know what happens tomorrow? Let me get my Mac screen to be fitting in a little bit more. Let me just shrink that all the way down to this size. We have this Rheinfire Berlin. It's fine. It's alright. It's not bad. But we're all here for the Prague Lions going to the Frankfurt Galaxy. I'm really hoping this is a close game because that'd be outstanding. I agree. I think Rhine are gonna take apart Berlin. I completely agree. Multiple picks by Sullivan. Prague Lions against Galaxy could be fun. We've got the rivalry between the Raiders and the Vikings, and then we've got Surge versus Ravens, which could be fun. So I'll see you guys tomorrow at 12 o'clock English time. Central European time would be 1 o'clock. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you later. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye. Hope you have a great rest of your day, because the rest of the game was cancelled. So we don't have Helvetic versus is a 0-0. You know, we'll say 0-0. Yeah. A 0-0 would be good for them, to be honest. I'll see you tomorrow, fellas. Have a good rest of your evening. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you, Jonathan, Alex, Marcus, Mari, Ricardo, Callum. Thank you, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Shot.